What's up, everybody? It's been a minute or two. Got to come back in. My apologies for not jumping on here. It's been Yankees World Series time. You kind of get in your own little zone, and didn't turn out the way we wanted it to. Anyway, this episode of Hobby with Cage brought to you by Arena Club and by Bleaker Trading. So we'll get into it a little bit. Fun little topic for today. I got a few of them. I'm recording this on a Friday, and so you'll probably listen to it over the weekend and watch it over the weekend. A lot of stuff going on in the hobby, a lot of fun stuff going on. It's Halloween, a lot more baseball card, costumes out there, which is pretty cool. It's fun to see everybody kind of dressing up like Paul Skeens or whoever else it is. My kid making noise in the background. That's one of the things I wanted to talk about, right? It's Friday opening. You guys know what I do with my son. Do we open cards? Do we buy stock? Last week he bought 3 shares of Nike instead of opening a box of cards. Just throw that out there. He's now a shareholder in Tesla. He's now a shareholder in Google, and he's now a shareholder in Nike. He's also got some cards. The stocks that he has purchased, they're up. Almost all of them are up. You guys know how we do this. It's, $200-ish per week or a $200-ish box, or you put it in the stock market. He has put about $1,000 into stocks over the course of the last couple of months, mostly opening cards, but there have been, 5 weeks or so where he wanted to put in stock, and his $1,000 is worth about $1,200 now. So he sees that it's, tangible. It's unrealized gains, obviously, but, most of the cards we bought are not that. When you open wax, usually it doesn't go up 20% in value. Usually it goes down significantly. And he sees that, trying to take some of the cards that he buys and gets out of box, takes it to the show. Today was an interesting one. You'll hear him in the background. He's playing Fortnite with one of his friends. Doesn't do that often, but I guess there's some sort of an event today. And, I went to the store and I brought back today's opening, and he was on the phone. He's talking on the phone. He's got the headphones on and he's playing games with, friends. And a couple of these kids are same age as him. And he's like, you guys open cards? And they said, no. And, he tried to explain to them what he was opening. And today, my LCS got one of the Costco jumbo, Donruss things that has the big old downtown in it, jumbo size downtown. And we had Malik Neighbors. It wasn't the quarterback. It wasn't Jaden Daniels. But, I mean, I don't even know what you do with that jumbo downtown. I don't know what they sell for. Who knows? The packs were pretty empty. And I bought a box of Allen and Ginter. So not a crazy week. Like I say, about $200 for the 2 boxes. That's what we do. Try not to go, too nuts on it. Even $200 a week is still a lot of money to be spending on cards. You guys could do the math on that. 200 times 50. It's 10 grand. That's a hobby. I mean, that's a heck of a hobby. But what I thought to myself was, as we were opening the Allen and Ginter box, it's a fun product, right? And I'm not going to complain about the product at all, right? I'm not going to complain about it because it was like $120 for the box. You know what I mean? So I'm not going to complain about it at all. You got to go into it knowing that, you're taking a chance. You can have something weird in there. They put in these X-ray cards this year. We got a bunch of those. But they put in like used lineup cards, and they put in, chrome cards. You get a superfractor gold card, you name it, the whole deal. Anyway, so we got the box. And what was fun about it was he told the kids, you get autos, and, there's Travis Scott cards in there, and, you can get auto of people know, you can get autos, ball schemes, whatever, right? So I hear him telling his friends, like, guys, I'm not going to jump on Fortnite yet. I'm going to open this box. And they're like, all right, well, tell us what you get. Like, what are you looking for? What are you getting? And, he read the top of the box, and it says you can get 3 of any of these, a relic card, a piece of a jersey, autograph, rip card, which is always fun. You get to rip the back and see what's in there. And, there's, all these cool, you get a book card. It says right on the box, he's reading it. So of course, now he's got a bunch of friends, and they're like, all right, pull an auto, pull a Paul Skeens card, get one of those rip cards. And, if you get one of those, we got to go on FaceTime. You show us ripping it and see what's in the back. Or, maybe you'll get something cool. And, you open the box, and there's a lot of packs in there. And in the first 5 packs, he got all 3 of his hits, and all 3 of them were jersey cards of like Lourdes Gurriel and that type of player. And it says right on it, like, not from a game or any specific or player, or it might not even be a jersey. Who the hell knows what it is, right? So it was just fun to watch because again, I'm not complaining about Allen and Ginter. Trust me, you know what you're getting into. You're buying a sort of bargain box, and you're hoping to hit something cool, and you're having fun with it, right? We got a Paul Skeens base card, and that's fun. And we got a couple minis, nobody great. We didn't get any like crazy rookies. There was one numbered card in it, and it's not somebody whose name I even remember. But it's cool to have Mickey Mantle in the pack and that kind of stuff. That Ginter's always fun. I'm not going to complain about what you get in the Ginter box, but it was funny for me to watch because he pulled the cards and they were like, all right, well, you still got one more. It could be somebody good. Like you could get a book card instead on the box, right? Yeah. You can get what about like, that rip card? Well, we'll see what you get. And maybe you get a book card with 2 autos on it. I mean, and he was like, yeah, I saw one on Twitter. I think it was Shohei Ohtani and Mike Trout on the same card, like a book of the two of them. You get both their autographs. So, I mean, it's funny. It's like, because it could be anything, right? You bought your lottery ticket and maybe you could win. And the kids were like waiting, and the third one comes and it's like Lawrence Gurriel, and the kids are like, all right, Fortnite time. And they've been playing Fortnite ever since. And they're not talking about the cards. And these kids are probably not telling their parents to go out and buy a box of Allen and Ginter for them. And it's a shame too, because I mean, like I said, I'm not complaining, but it's like, even put like a crappy auto in it. I don't know what the right answer is, but I can tell you, my takeaway as a parent from it, and maybe, I guess looking at it as a hobbyist who you want to try to find a way to get more people in the hobby. I'm not saying, wow, every box should have, the 3 hits should all be one of one Skeens autos, right? Because you can't do that either, right? I'm not saying, wow, I wish there was something better in the box, but it's fun to watch, right? Because this box was such poo. I mean, it was such trash that these kids, they won't talk about Allen and Ginter or Topps or, buying cards. They're not going to, head over to my LCS and later tonight at dinner, and not going to be telling them, oh, Ian opened a box of cards and he got this. So can we go get a box? Not happening. And I don't know, the right answer there. I don't know the right way to like fix that. Honestly, I don't. I'm not the manufacturer, but I know that by making so much stuff and making as much stuff as they do, the average box is going to look like the one that we opened. The average box is going to look like this. And I sort of give Panini a little bit of credit, right? Because I'm pretty sure the Costco boxes are like 50 something bucks plus tax. My LCS got them, which is hilarious because now you got a store getting straight from Panini or a distributor Costco boxes. But I think I paid $70 for it, so a little bit of a markup. I think I paid $70 for it, but at least they put that jumbo downtown. There's some gimmick in it. You know what I mean? There's some, I don't call it like a guarantee, but there's something in there for the kids, right? And at that price point, you open up some packs. I think you got a Michael Penix, and I think you got a one of the other quarterbacks, maybe a Drake May, optic card, nothing crazy, nothing numbered. But again, at the price that you pay for it, you're not expecting anything too crazy. You can't expect that. But at least maybe, there was this gimmick in there, this jumbo downtown, and it's guaranteed. I guess if you're a fan of Topps and Ginter, you say you got 3 hits guaranteed for $120. Can't complain. I'm not complaining. Again, I started that off, not complaining. But you got to wonder, what is it about the space that is going to keep people coming back? Because take it away from the Ginter box and his friends who are clearly not going to be becoming collectors on this. But I got to tell you, I see my son and he asked me, what's in the Robinhood account? Can I see it? I log it in, I show him a little green arrow like this, and he sees it growing and he sees the value going up. And I wonder, and again, guys, this is a very different conversation. We're talking about value versus hobby and opening stuff and you name it. I wonder what's going to keep him coming back to opening the cards. And I'd like to say it's nostalgia. I'd like to say it's opening stuff with me. I'd like to say it's something fun to do. But when you put it the way that I've put it to him, which is pretty binary, right? Like we can open this and have some fun, and you got a shot at, getting something good that you can grade and sell and, have some fun with it. Or here you go. You're basically creating a portfolio for yourself, and, you're watching the value go up. Not guaranteed to go up. Nothing is. But he's seeing it in real time and thinking to himself, all right, what is it about the cards that's going to make him swing to the cards that week? And I guess it's going to probably come down to specific releases. It's going to come down to, what comes out that week, right? I think there are basketball Revolution tins coming out next week. And I bought a bunch of those because I'm going to use them as holiday presents. But I'll have 2 of them, not expensive. I think they were like $20, $30 a tin. And he likes that stuff. He likes Revolution. He likes the shiny stuff. He likes that release. Always has. Anybody who's followed my stuff or knows me from even before we were doing a podcast, Ian he came on and did a little video about how he likes Revolution. It's shinier than Prism. And he doesn't understand why people spend so much on Prism when you can get even more shiny out of Revolution for a fraction of the price. It was fun to watch that and fun to, watch him kind of make that content. And he has loved Revolution ever since we open a box at a holiday time. You have a Chinese New Year version. You got a cool PJ Washington auto out of a pack. I remember when he was a rookie, number to his jersey number. And, we have fun with that. So I guess that's going to be the differentiator, right? We're going to have to be, smarter about our money and smarter as collectors about what it is we buy and when we decide to allocate money to cards versus when we decide to allocate money to, other endeavors. And isn't that what it's about, though? I mean, maybe I have been teaching him the wrong thing, that just every week you buy something, no matter what it is when it comes out, because he has no attachment to Allen and Ginter. The best hit the kid's ever gotten out of Allen and Ginter was a hell of a hit, but he didn't care. We sold it immediately. He got a Chip and Joanna Gaines dual auto out of Allen and Ginter and was like, who the hell are these people? What team do they play for, right? But it was a hit, and he did not care. He does not care about Allen and Ginter. And maybe that's the lesson for me, and maybe it's a lesson for everybody out there. You can't buy it all. And maybe you shouldn't be buying it all. And maybe you're going to be all right buying something that you maybe don't do as well on. Maybe you lose money on. But it's the product you like. It's the release you like. It's the sport you like. Maybe you're a soccer. Maybe only buy the soccer stuff. Maybe you're a hockey guy. I think SP Authentic just came out. That was $300 box. Everybody wants to chase Bedard. Maybe you are smarter about where you put your money, because I got to tell you, it's not going to stop. The releases are going to keep coming. The different versions of it are going to keep coming. Panini is going to run this clock out. I see it already with the holiday releases. And Topps is no different. They have holiday megas last year. You'll see them, the little square boxes. They're kind of cool. They're updating the format on those. Not only can you get a holiday mega, you can get a holiday tin that looks like a Christmas ornament with different kind of versions of the cards in it. And Panini's doing the same thing with tins. And I mean, there are blasters for everything out there, mega boxes for everything out there now. And there's just, there is no shortage of cards that are being printed. What's up, dude? You all right? Yeah. So
that Luminance box we opened?
Yeah, Luminance, yeah.
That like they haven't made a product for, and like.
No, Ascension. We opened Ascension. Yeah, Ascension, yeah.
Well, I thought.
Yeah, Luminance. There we go. Ian and I went to a card show. I think he got the name of a product wrong. We opened a box. He's a funny kid. I'll tell you the story because it's fun. He thought it was Luminance and just saw a promo for Luminance coming out. I was like, oh, they're coming out with it again. Ian sold a bunch of cards. He sold some Mercury stuff that I opened and sold it at a loss. But I think, if he doesn't want it, we can get rid of it. I've actually kept some of the hits that I got out of Mercury. He didn't want to sell the apparitions. He think that's cool. But he sold some numbered cards, some numbered parallels. And like everything else, he walks around with the cash, and the cash just burns a hole in his pocket. And he was at the Skybox table, and they had a box of 17-18 Tatum rookie year basketball called Ascension. Really cool looking cards. I got to tell you, cool looking cards. And I think they sold them. The box had like a $335 tag on, and they gave it to him. They said, "If you want to open it, you can open it for $300." And he's like, "Yeah, I'm gonna get a Tatum rookie. I'm gonna get something cool." And he liked the idea. We'd never even seen the cards before. And I think it's because they don't make them. anymore. They kind of stopped making them. We didn't get a Tatum rookie. We got some rookie cards, Josh Hart rookie. But he hit Kelly Oubre 1/1. So it's always fun to open a box and get a 1/1. And I guess he got it confused with Luminance and thought he saw, Luminance is coming back. But it was Ascension. Weird product. Also a fun thing to watch because, man, card shows, it's funny. It's like a casino there. I got to try to drag him out with the money that he sells his cards for. And he is good about it. We talk about it, and he's like, all right, I'm going to sell. And if I sell this much, I'm going to buy a box to open with this percentage. And I'm going to make sure I leave with at least this. So like if he gets to $1,800 worth of sales, he's going to make sure $1,500 goes home with him. And $300 is what he's going to spend on cards. Less than 20%. It's fair. It works. I love watching it because, the kid is just selling and ripping, and he did not get, I like Kelly Oubre and everything, but he didn't get $300 back in that box. But it was fun to open. It was, it's not a common occurrence that we open a box that not only we never opened before, but before that I had never even heard of. So that was fun. It was interesting. And here's the fun little aside because he came up to kind of chat about it. He listens when I record this stuff. A couple of fun little things, and we'll wrap it up here. I have a million things to talk about. The World Series. Nice job by the Dodgers. You got to tip your hat to the team that won. They scored over the course of 5 games, one more run than the Yankees, which is, a closely fought series. The Yankees had more home runs. The Yankees actually hit for a better average with runners in scoring position. Garrett Cole looked great. I have no explanation for for some of the defensive hiccups, I'm going to call them. I have no explanation for a lot of the stuff that I saw during that series. But, the Dodgers have been the best team in baseball all year. The Yankees were the best team in the American League. You had a World Series of chalk. It was 1 versus 1, and the Dodgers did what they needed to do in the big moments. Give Freddie Freeman, man, give him a lot of credit. As a Yankee fan, obviously what I was putting out there was hopium. We're going to win 4 games in a row after losing 3. If anybody could have done it, it would have been them. It was a pretty closely matched series. Game 1, they were up in extra innings. And then to lose this one, had to be up 5-0. It's going to sting for a little while, but it's all right. And, you won't hear that type of stuff out of me on anything else. The Yankees, that's the team. I've been a Yankee fan since I was, single digits in age. I was 10 when the 86 amazing Mets were, New York's team, and I was a Yankee fan, and the Yankees sucked. And everybody became a Met fan, and my team was terrible. I had Don Mattingly, who I got to meet, and he's awesome. And then in the 90s, I had Jeter and I had Mariano, who I've gotten to meet both of them also, and they're both awesome. And it paid off sticking through the shitty years as a Yankee fan. I'm a Raider fan in football, so I have nothing to cheer about for the last 20 years more, and probably nothing to cheer about for a long time coming. The Knicks are pretty good. I was a Knicks fan with Ewing, and, I respect Jordan, but I don't really, he killed us. But yeah, I don't follow hockey. So this was it. This was, I'm all in on the Yanks. During the course of a season, I watched at least 100 of the regular season games, and the other 60 or so that I didn't get to watch live because of some other, engagement. I would watch a recap when I finally did get back to my house. I watched, at least 50 of those regular season games with my son, watched every single postseason game with him. So it's a fun father-son kind of bonding thing. And it sucked that they lost. So you guys will, you'll allow me some of my posts and some of my, interesting stuff that I put out there. You got to pull for your team. And if you don't pull for your team, then, what good are you? Learned a lot about a lot of people through DMs though. So, it is what it is, but it's going to be a fun off season. Very curious to see where Juan Soto goes after having such a great year, and seeing what the Yankees and some of the other teams around the league do to kind of rebuild and try to compete with that Dodger team, which is a juggernaut, man. Really, really, just a really good team out there, and going to be good for a long time to come. So there you go, guys. Take a look at Arena Club. You got the code CAGE if you haven't bought a slab pack before. It'll give you 10% off. They got their slab packs, and Bleecker Trading's everywhere, man. I just saw them in a Verizon commercial with Sauce Gardner. coming into the store, checking out the lounge, and you know, one of Ian's favorites, Kool-Aid McKinstry, was in that video as well. In that ad. You know, they got 2 spots now. They got one on the Upper West Side. Go check them out. Kid's still playing Fortnite. It's pretty funny. But I'll be back and we'll chat. I got some more stuff to open. I did get a box of that SP Authentic Hockey. Gotta go Bedard hunting, right? You know, gotta hunt for Bedard. And here I am giving you a whole episode about focusing your money and only buying the stuff that you like and have an attachment to. And besides Bedard, I could probably name 3 hockey players. I'm still spending money on $300 box. I don't know. Maybe I get a nice Bedard. I'll see you guys soon. Sorry for the long layoff, man. The Yankees getting beat up the way they did kind of took it out of me. And I didn't want to come on here and face you. But it's over now. Halloween's over. It's Christmas. Talk to you soon. Take care, everybody.